Lower Manhattan was once defined by two towers, conceived as an urban renewal project back in the 1960s. Spearheaded by David Rockefeller and planned by the Port Authority, the original World Trade Center aimed to revitalize the area. Designed by architect Minoru Yamasaki, the Twin Towers rose over 1,350 feet, featuring a framed tube structure that allowed for wide-open office spaces inside. They became symbols of global commerce and New York's ambition. Then came the morning of September 11, 2001. 5 hijackers crashed American Airlines Flight 11 into the North Tower, irrevocably changing the skyline and the nation. After burning for over an hour and 40 minutes, the tower collapsed. This tragedy, along with the other attacks, claimed the lives of 2,996 people and left a void that went far beyond the physical space. Immediately after the attacks, the future of the 16-acre site became a subject of intense debate. Proposals for reconstruction surfaced quickly, leading the Lower Manhattan Development Corporation to launch a design competition in 2002. The process wasn't smooth. Initial public reaction to the designs was negative, prompting a second competition. Architect Daniel Libeskind's vision, dubbed Memory Foundations, ultimately won in February 2003, proposing a plan that aimed to balance memorialization with rebuilding. Libeskind's winning design included an asymmetrical tower with an off-center spire and aerial gardens. However, development isn't just about vision. It involves negotiation, especially with a developer like Larry Silverstein, who held the site's lease. David Childs of Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, SOM, was brought in, leading to disagreements over the tower's final form. SOM partner Ken Lewis noted the new building needed to serve tenants, honor the past, and fill that significant gap in the skyline. The collaboration between Childs and Libeskind led to a preliminary design for the Freedom Tower in late 2003. It featured a 1,776-foot height, but faced criticism for limited usable office space. Security concerns, particularly from the NYPD regarding its proximity to the West Side Highway, and the use of glass prompted further revisions. A significant change in the final design, unveiled in 2005, was the addition of a 187-foot reinforced concrete base to enhance security, though early plans to cover it in prismatic glass were later scrapped due to cost and practicality issues. In a move that surprised some, the Port Authority confirmed in March 2009 that the building would be officially known as One World Trade Center rather than the widely used Freedom Tower. While the name Freedom Tower held deep symbolic meaning for many, officials cited the need for a name that was easier for people to identify with, particularly for leasing purposes. Real estate agents felt a traditional street address name would be more appealing to potential tenants. Construction officially began with the laying of a symbolic cornerstone in July 2004, but real work was delayed until 2006 by funding and design disputes. Once underway, the process was meticulous. Explosives cleared bedrock for months. In 2010, floors were rising at about 1 per week. Utilizing an advanced cocoon scaffolding system for worker safety, a first for a steel structure in the city, the tower's cost swelled to $3.9 billion by 2012, making it one of the most expensive buildings ever built. On May 10, 2013, the final section of the tower's spire was installed, bringing the structure to its full, symbolic height of 1,776 feet. This figure wasn't arbitrary. It's a direct reference to the year the United States Declaration of Independence was signed, 1776. This height immediately sparked debate in the architectural world. The question was whether the 407.9-foot structure on top qualified as a spire or merely an antenna. The Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, CTBUH, differentiates between the two, impacting official building height. Without the spire, One World Trade Center's roof height would place it much lower on the list of tallest buildings. After careful consideration, the CTBUH ruled on November 12, 2013, that the structure is a spire, confirming the building's height at 1,776 feet and solidifying its status as the tallest in the United States and the Western Hemisphere. From the ground up, the tower commands attention. It occupies a footprint nearly identical to the original North Tower. The 185-foot concrete base, while criticized by some as fortress-like, is a crucial security feature. Above the base, the building tapers octagonally, forming 8 tall isosceles triangles that culminate in a glass parapet. The facade consists of angled glass fins and stainless steel panels, reflecting the sky and constantly changing appearance. Inside, the building balances public and private space. Floors 1 through 19 form the fortified base, including a large public lobby featuring vibrant artwork like José Parla's mural. Office floors begin at the 20th story. A sky lobby on floor 64 offers a unique amenity space for tenants, complete with seating, a game room, and even fitness areas. Above the office levels are mechanical floors, and then the observation deck and dining areas near the top. Occupying floors 100 through 102, the One World Observatory offers breathtaking views from 1,268 feet, the highest vantage point in New York City. Visitors enter separately from tenants, undergoing security screening below ground before a rapid elevator ride to the top. The observatory provides expansive views and interactive tools to learn about the city below, drawing millions of visitors each year. The building incorporates several sustainable design features. Recycled materials were used extensively in its construction. A rainwater collection system helps with cooling. Fuel cells generate power, supplemented by off-site renewable energy sources like hydro and wind power. The ultra-clear window glass maximizes natural light, and interior dimmers adjust automatically, reducing energy consumption. These efforts contributed to the building receiving LEED Gold certification. Security was paramount in the design. Beyond the reinforced concrete core and base, the building features extra-wide, pressurized stairwells, including one exclusively for firefighters. The ventilation system includes biological and chemical filters. Vehicles entering the site are screened. Hundreds of surveillance cameras monitor the area, employing video analytics software to detect potential threats, creating a multi-layered security approach. One World Trade Center officially opened its doors on November 3, 2014, with Condé Nast as its anchor tenant, moving into 24 floors. Their decision was seen as a significant vote of confidence in Lower Manhattan's resurgence. The move mirrored Condé Nast's previous impact on revitalizing Times Square. Early years saw steady leasing activity, bringing diverse companies to the tower. The building reached a remarkable 92% occupancy just before the COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted New York City. While the pandemic presented challenges for commercial real estate, One World Trade Center demonstrated resilience. By March 2022, occupancy had climbed to 95%, outpacing the city's overall average and marking a contrast with the original towers, which struggled to reach full occupancy until just before 9/11. The project involved numerous key figures. Larry Silverstein, the leaseholder and developer, played a central role, navigating complex insurance disputes after 9/11 and retaining control of the surrounding buildings. David Childs served as the primary architect, guiding the tower's design through numerous revisions. Daniel Libeskind won the initial master plan competition, and while many of his specific tower design elements were changed, the symbolic 1,776-foot height remained a tribute to his original concept. Financing the monumental project involved overcoming significant hurdles. Insurance payouts from the 9/11 attacks provided a large portion of the funding. The state of New York contributed, and the Port Authority issued bonds. A contentious issue involved a dispute between Silverstein and insurance companies over whether the attacks constituted one event or two, impacting the total payout available for rebuilding the complex.